For those of you who don't care about watching the video and just want the class setup, here you go. I got you guys covered. Make sure to drop a like before you dip away, unless you already dipped away, then I don't know, man. But anyways, for those of you guys who want to actually see the tuning and everything in this class setup, I got you guys covered as well. Don't worry, this is the KASTOV 74u overpowered class setup. I redid my whole entire class, and maybe I kept one or two attachments, but guys, I find this one is so much better than the one that I recently gave you. So make sure you guys copy this one, attachment for attachment, a tuning for tuning, tuning for tuning. And yeah, you guys are gonna love it. This class is pretty good. So the one thing I want to mention before we get into the video, guys, we're getting close to 700k. If you could help me hit that, that would be absolutely amazing. We've been killing it with subs lately. I truly appreciate that, and I really want to thank you guys. Make sure to drop a like on this video. We're gonna set a like goal of 102 likes. If it could be yesterday's like goal of 101, I know you guys can do it. That would be awesome. Now let me know down in the comments below, guys, are you a Warzone player or a multiplayer player? So far, I think I played 3 games of Warzone. So yeah, I haven't tested any of these classes in Warzone. I'm sure they're good, but yeah, take that with a grain of salt. Let's get into this class setup. It is gross, it is disgusting, and you are definitely going to drop people with it. So the first thing I want to talk about, tactical, lethal. I haven't changed my mind. It's always been the same. I like stim shot. It's nice. It helps you get back into those gunfights really fast. And I like the proximity mine because honestly, I'm lazy and I don't want to throw stuff at enemies. I like throwing this on the ground and letting the enemies run through. Now, one thing I will warn you, if you throw the proximity mine down a lot, you will notice you're gonna throw it down right when an enemy runs by sometimes, and it's not gonna kill him. You better start shooting, because like this thing is weird. Like once you throw it down, you gotta make sure it's like 3 seconds away from any enemy and stuff like that, because if they run into it the second you throw it, it's not doing any work at all. Then I got dead silence on right here for the field upgrade. It's nice. I don't put a second one on. I feel like dead silence is all I really need at the moment. And then for the perk package, I did change this up a bit. I'll tell you guys in a second. So normally I have double time, extra tactical, cold-blooded, and ghost, but I feel like cold-blooded I don't really need all too much. So what do I put on instead? I put on fast hands because it allows you to reload faster. Now it lets you use equipment faster and swap weapons faster and all that kind of stuff, but I do it mostly for the reloading because reloading in this game is really slow. You want to make sure that you guys can reload fast, so fast hands definitely helps you out with that. And then pretty much everything else is the same that I always have. Ghost is super important. The UAV spam in this game is crazy, so definitely have that. If you don't like it, bird's eye is really nice as well. This gives you, once you get this perk, you get a bird's eye view on the minimap and you can see the direction all the enemies are going in, so definitely throw that on right there. Now the actual class setup itself for the KASTOV, like you guys saw, the barrel, everything is pretty much, the barrel is the same. I changed the muzzle. I believe I put on an underbarrel. I don't think I had an underbarrel on the last class. I did have a rear grip. I took it off, and I might have the same stock. I might have switched it. I don't remember, but either way, it's a whole different class and it plays completely different. My last class was built for ADS, it was built for sprint to fire, and it was built for all that kind of stuff. This one is built for close range, but it's also built with mid-range in mind and long range as well. So you will be able to kill people at those longer distances with this class, but it's also really nice at close range as well. So the first one is the barrel, the BR209 barrel. You get movement speed and you get ADS speed. Now notice that you lose some recoil control. So in the tuning, what I did here is I put the recoil steadiness to the max because you're still gonna get a very decent amount of sprint to fire and aim walking speed and all that. And then the ADS, which is, thank God it's not the same as this one, the ADS is completely different to the recoil setting. This is normally where the aim walking speed is, the ADS speed is there, but luckily on this attachment you can put the recoil to the max and the ADS to the max. You can't do that with a lot of these attachments, so this one is really nice. The damage range, again, I play on smaller maps. This is a smaller map weapon. You don't have to worry about damage range too often, so yeah, leave it at that. ADS speed, really solid, and recoil steadiness. We get both on this attachment, which I think is great. Going down to the muzzle, I put the Broadhead 3DP, which is sound suppression, recoil smoothness, and recoil control. This gives you all of that. Now, you do lose ADS, damage range, aim walking speed, and aiming stability, which is not really a fair trade in my opinion. That's a lot of cons, but I find this attachment really does a nice job at controlling the recoil, and I'll go into the firing range in a sec, but before I do, let me show you guys quickly right here. We put the recoil smoothness to the max, not the ADS. I want the recoil smoothness to the max on this, and I put aiming idle stability to the max as well. Again, bullet velocity, it's good for Warzone, but bullet velocity on multiplayer, you don't need to worry about that at all. So let's get into the firing range here. I want to show you guys. The ADS is slower than the last class. You will notice that right away, but the recoil is so easy to control this gun. You don't have to worry about it. You can even take your finger off the joystick practically, and then at those long shots, just tap fire it. And it's going to be really nice to hit. And I'm going to try to hit that long shot without tap firing, just to show you guys. Not every shot will hit, but watch. it's still a lot easier to control than my last, I guess, yeah, my last KASTOV class. This one's pretty solid. The ADS isn't that bad. It is definitely slower, but the sprint to fire speed, again, it's not that bad. You could definitely do really well with this class right here. The underbarrel is the X10 Nexus grip. Now this one right here gives you recoil stabilization and aiming idle stability. You do lose ADS. So you go into the tuning, I put the ADS to the max because you still get a decent amount of recoil stabilization even throwing this to the max. It doesn't get rid of it completely. And then the aiming idle stability I put to the max as well. Now aim walking speed, you guys might notice that I never really throw on attachments that help with the aim walking speed too often, and when I do go into the tuning, I don't put anything really towards aim walking speed, and I haven't tested it fully yet, but from what I have tested when it comes to aim walking speed, it's not good. So the aim walking speed, if you move too fast, your aim assist doesn't really work too great. So that's why I don't like throwing that on too often. The slower you move, the stronger it feels the aim assist is. So I'm gonna try and test that a little more for you guys, try to confirm that for you guys, but as it stands right now, I'm not putting anything on that helps aim walking speed. Now you might say, well, this right here gives you aiming idle stability, recoil stabilization, all that. Yeah, it does, but that has nothing to do with aim walking speed. So yeah, let's move on to the next one, the 45 round mag. You could throw on the 20. I don't really recommend it. 20, I mean, yeah, you could sprint to fire faster, ADS faster, your movement's a lot faster, everything's faster, but you got 20 bullets and you got to reload a lot. But with fast hands, I mean, it might be worth it. You guys could try it. I just don't want to. I like the 45. 45 is nice. I mean, you could keep it at 30 if you don't want to lose any of this ADS and sprint to fire and stuff, but as it stands right now, I feel like 45 is nice. The less you have to worry about reloading, the less chances you die while reloading. But if you were to take off the 45 round mags and you were happy with 30, then I would go into the rear grip and I would throw on the true tack grip right here, sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave the 45 round mags on. But for those of you who don't care if it's 30 or not, you can definitely do that. The final attachment on this class right here, and guys, this class, it might look weird, it might not look that great, but trust me, get into a game with it, play 1, 2, 3 matches with it, and you're gonna notice how much you start loving this class. It is accurate, it is disgustingly good. So the Spetsnaz S10 stock, which is really nice. You get sprint speed, you get aim down sight speed, crouch movement speed, and aiming stability. Now you could run I think it's this one right here, the VLK stockless, but I want to show you guys something. So let's go into the firing range fast, just so I can show you guys this. Well, I want you to pay attention. Don't even pay. I'm not going to shoot them. I'm just going to shoot here. Pay attention to the recoil. And that's a whole mag, and my gun didn't go up or anything like that, okay? So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to switch this one out to this one here, and I want you guys to pay attention to the recoil now. It's not the same at all, and it's really bad, actually. And I'm trying to control it very literally, that's not even a word, but you guys can see just one attachment switches up that recoil like crazy. So trust me, this stock is nice only up close. I would recommend this one right here. And then once you get this one right here, you do lose recoil control, but you guys saw you don't lose much. It's not bad whatsoever. Go into the tuning, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to put the ADS all the way to the max on this one, because aim walking steadiness, you don't have to worry about it too much. But then I would also recommend this one right here, putting the aiming idle stability to the max as well. And what the aiming idle stability does is when you're aiming down sights, your gun isn't swaying a lot. You can see how steady that is. That barely moves. If you take that off and you don't have any attachments to help with aiming idle stability, your gun's going to be like this. It's going to be swaying around like this when you're aiming down sights, which is really bad. This is nice. I mean, like, watch this. I'm going to line it up with that line right there. It's barely going to move off the line. I'm not even touching it. I'm not trying to control it. It's barely moving off that line. So that's what I recommend doing. If you take all that off, it's going to start going like this, and then an enemy could run right there, but your gun's all the way here. You got to control it. It's just whatever. You guys saw what it is. It's a nice class. That's the class setup. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like, and if you did watch this whole entire video, I do appreciate it. Make sure you comment, yo, that was an insane MP5 class you showed us at the end, just to mess with people in the comments below. We got a few people in the last video that I told you guys to do this, and it was kind of hilarious. I told you guys to say that that was the best tac class you ever saw, and we never put it in the video. And I even saw comments of people saying, where's the tac class? What class is it? Anyways, I love messing with people. If you guys could just let me know, just say like that's the best MP5 class you showed us at the end, or something like that down in the comments. I would appreciate that. Sub to the channel if you're new around here with those notices turned on. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.